Welcome on a journey through time and enchantment as we delve into the captivating world of one of ballet's most cherished classics. With its ethereal beauty and timeless allure, Sylphide stands as one of the world's oldest surviving ballets, captivating audiences since its premiere in 1832. Its enduring appeal lies not only in its exquisite choreography and hauntingly beautiful music but also in the poignant narrative that leaves you considering the complexities of human desires and the consequences of pursuing the unattainable. Act 1 of Sylphide opens in the rustic setting of a Scottish farmhouse, where the young Scotsman James dozes in a chair. Unbeknownst to him, a mystical Sylph, a beautiful woodland spirit, watches over him with adoration. In a tender moment, she leans in to kiss him softly before vanishing as James stirs awake, the memory of her fleeting presence lingering in his mind. James, bewildered by his encounter, wakes his friends, seeking confirmation of what he's just experienced. But they, disbelieving, deny any knowledge of such a creature, reminding James of his impending marriage to Effie. Soon, Gurn, James's best friend, arrives and is informed about James's supernatural encounter. Disapproving, he is disappointed in James. Effie, James's betrothed, soon arrives accompanied by her mother and bridesmaids, bringing with them the bustle and excitement of wedding preparations. However, James's attention is momentarily diverted when he perceives a shadowy figure in the corner. Anger washes over him as he realizes it's a witch. However, Effie and her friends beg Madge to tell them their fortunes, and the witch complies. She delivers a grim prophecy, suggesting that James harbors affections for another and that Gurn is destined to marry Effie. Enraged by this interference, James forcibly removes Madge from the premises. Alone once more, James finds himself lost in contemplation. Then the Sylph reappears at the window, her presence captivating him once again. Gurn watches from the shadows and the Sylph confesses her love. James, mesmerized by her otherworldly allure, succumbs to her charms. Their moment is soon interrupted by the arrival of Effie and her friends, alerted by Gurn of James's dalliance with the Sylph. As they enter, the Sylph is gone, leaving James to face the accusations of his actions. Despite Gurn's attempts to incite jealousy, the guests dismiss his claims, attributing his words to envy. The festivities continue, with the bridal procession imminent. The Sylph suddenly reappears and in a dramatic gesture, she snatches Effie's ring, placing it on her own finger. James finds himself torn between his commitment to Effie and his burgeoning infatuation with the Sylph. With his mind made up, James follows her as she disappears into the unknown. When the guests realize that James has disappeared, Gurn tells Effie everything. Jilted by James, Effie is left heartbroken and inconsolable. In Act 2 of Sylphide, we're immersed in dimly lit forest, where Madge, the malevolent witch, and her eerie companions perform a sinister dance around a cauldron. When the cauldron begins to glow ominously, Madge retrieves a delicate, shimmering scarf, a symbol of otherworldly power, from the depths of the cauldron. The witches then disperse into the mist, leaving behind an air of mystery. We're then transported to an enchanted glade, where James is accompanied by the Sylph. She guides him through her magical realm, offering him refreshments of berries and water, yet elusively evading his attempts to embrace her. Despite her reluctance, she summons her ethereal sisters, who grace the stage with their otherworldly dances, captivating James with their beauty. Meanwhile, Gurn searches the forest for the missing groom. He manages to find James's hat, but Madge appears, and with her deceptive charm, convinces him to remain silent. Effie then enters the glade, tired and disappointed from the search. Knowing how Gurn feels about Effie, Madge urges Gurn to propose to her, and to his delight she accepts. As the wedding guests depart, James appears and finds himself alone with Madge, who cunningly entrusts him with the enchanted scarf. She manipulates him, convincing him that it will bind the Sylph to him forever. Eagerly, James awaits the Sylph's return, and when she sees the scarf, he convinces her to allow him to drape it around her delicate form. However, as they embrace, tragedy unfolds. The Sylph's wings detach, and she falls lifeless into James's arms. Her sisters, grief-stricken, solemnly carry her away, leaving James shattered by the realization of his greed. The stage transforms once more as a joyous wedding procession, led by Effie and Gurn, crosses the glade, contrasting with the tragedy that has just unfolded. James watches ashamedly, as Madge appears and revels in her victory over James, having fulfilled her malevolent scheme. James, overwhelmed with grief and remorse, gazes upward, witnessing the Sylph's ascension into the heavens. Finally, he succumbs to his despair and dies as Madge triumphs over his broken spirit.